Hey, what's up everybody? So in this video I want to talk about, is an electric bike worth it? I get asked this question a lot and I figured, you know what, I'll just go ahead and make a video on it. And I've already shot this video once and I forgot to turn the microphone on. So we're going to run through this again right now. I'm going to go over some of basically the 5 big things that I can think of on why you should. And then I'm going to talk about some of the disadvantages, and then I'm going to roll into some of the accessories. So if you stick around to the end, I'm going to talk about some of the accessories that I think you got to have on it if you get one, because I've been doing this a while now and I roll everywhere with this thing. So here we go. All right, everybody. So my name's Jack. I got this channel, Yak Motley, and that door back there keeps swinging in the wind. So if you hear some weird noise, well, that's just this place. Navy Point's weird. I make videos just about everything. I vlog my life, everything in between, whatever sounds fun. We kind of do it on this channel. So the first thing I want to talk about, if you're trying to decide on an electric bike, really, I want you to focus on, no, it's not cheating. Don't worry about what any of those people out there have to say. If you're commuting from point A to point B and you're not out there for exercise, you're out there just to ride and have fun and get out there in the wild blue yonder and just have a little fun. Well, an electric bike is really, you know, geared toward getting from point A to point B efficiently and economically, because, you know, gas is approaching $5 a gallon here, and I think nationwide it's already hit $5 a gallon. I happen to be in Florida. An electric bike might be on the top of your list because of distance. Like, let's say you've got, let's say, a mile to 10 miles to get where you're going. An electric bike will allow you to just kind of cover that distance with as much ease as possible. I mean, we're not trying to set any records. We're not trying to, we've already said we're not going to try to do this for exercise. So you're really worried about going up hills and covering large distances in an easy way. And that, I ride my bike everywhere, going to the store to pick up stuff for dinner, or going around filming, or going to see the Blue Angels, or riding downtown and back. I happen to have a sidewalk in my neighborhood and around my neighborhood that allow me to get places safely, out of the way of traffic. It allows me to cover that distance at a good rate of speed. If those things really appeal to you, having an electric bike is really a good idea. Which brings me into my next category. No registration and no licenses. So you're gonna have a speed of about 20 miles an hour here in the state of Florida. It's 20 miles an hour. Anything over than that, it falls in like the moped category, or like, you know, the moped scooter category. So I like the idea of not having to register it, but yet I can go up to 20 miles an hour, and my bike will go, you know, between 40 and 50 miles on a charge, depending on how I ride it and whether I use pedal assist or just the throttle. I use just the throttle, and it depends on how many hills I go up and down and how hard I drive it. I have the electric 2.0, which is, I like it. It's done everything I needed to do with a 500 watt motor, I believe is what it's got, and it allows me to, you know, get a good distance. I really like the idea that I don't have to register it like a car, and it's a very economical way of having things that a motorcycle can do, but I only want to go 20 miles an hour on it anyways, because that's where I start getting nervous. You probably need a helmet.
And so fast, we should have a helmet.
Yeah, they're really they're scary fast.
Gotta teach baby Jack, you know,
Safety
the
first.
proper way.
Safety first. So that really falls into my next category, is speed. It allows you to get places a little faster than a bicycle with a lot less stress on your body. You're not going to be sweating when you get there, and you can get there a lot faster. So like when I go to watch the Blue Angels, so I'm down here watching the Blue Angels fly 3 times a week. Bike makes it easier to get here. It would take me probably 15 minutes to get here versus like 5. Let's say it's a mile away. It'll take me a third the time to get there than it will with my regular bicycle. So speed going up to 20 miles an hour. 20 miles an hour is where the law says that you kind of start to fall into the moped category, or the next, where you got to have a registration and a license. I'm fine with only doing 20. It's also fast enough for me to be able to keep up with the flow of traffic in a neighborhood, and most cars will, you know, pretty much you'll be keeping pace with them, you know, around speed bumps and stuff, going 20 miles an hour. It speeds up enough it speeds up fast enough to be able to get across a road or anything like that pretty safely. I will say this, that cars are not going to see you on that thing. It's like it just doesn't dawn on them. It's kind of like a motorcycle. They're looking for a car, and just be careful that they're probably not going to see you. Always have your lights on, and you know, maybe wear something bright and something that stands out. So the next category is you can still ride it like a bicycle, and you can, if your charge runs out, you can still use it as a bicycle. You can pedal it if the charge runs out. My electric bike doesn't pedal great. It pedals good enough the way it's geared, because the speed on my electric bike is 5 miles an hour and over is where your electric motor is going to kick in, pedal assist, and your throttle. So under 5 miles an hour, it's tough. You got to pretty much pedal. You can't use pedal assist. Whereas like on a beach cruiser, you can go really slow. So if you're pedaling next to somebody walking, you're gonna have a tough time with that. I keep having to change spots because the sun is changing as we're talking. It's going down. So remember, you're getting an electric bike because you enjoy being out and about. You have a distance to cover, and you don't want to exert yourself past, really hurting yourself with whether it be hills or whether it be traffic or anything like that. You need the ability to have that assist, and it allows for you to get places in a lot safer manner and a lot less stress. So like if you're going to a state park or you're camping or anything like that, you take the bike with you. Like Fort Pickens, where we're at, 6 miles long. Electric bike can take you anywhere on Fort Pickens safely and efficiently, and you just charge it back up when you get home. I like to take mine from the house to the convenience store, or to the beer store, or to the supermarket and back, or downtown and back. And if I had to drive it to work, I could totally do it. I could drive it all the way downtown and back probably twice before I need to charge it, which is pretty cool. So you're probably asking yourself while you're watching this video, could this thing replace your car? Well, with gas, the no end in sight right now for gas to stop going up, it could replace your car. If you live, probably within 1 to 5 miles of work, and you don't have to go through a lot of traffic, this could definitely do it. I see a lot of people riding electric bikes to work now. They're fast enough, they have enough charge, enough distance they can cover, and that you can plug it in when you get there. Mine takes a few hours to charge from a dead battery, 1 to 2 if it just needs topping off, but probably 4 or 5 if it's completely dead. So just keep that in mind. I really wish that bicycle manufacturers would put the charger in the bike, where you could just pull the cord out of the bike and plug it in, because I hate having to carry the charger around with me, like in a bag or something else, and then plug both of them into the bike and the wall. So now I want to talk about some of the disadvantages. A couple of disadvantages is, of course, the charge and the distance you can cover and running out of juice. That just is what it is. Maybe as time goes on, that bikes will have a longer distance they can cover without being charged. The second one is that they're not really a great pedaling bike. Well, at least mine. Just keep that in mind on the brand you get. I like my bike, but it doesn't pedal efficiently like a regular bike because it's got fat tires. So you either get one or the other. I would rather have fat tires if I'm riding that, because you hit a soft patch of sand on a regular bike going 20 miles an hour and you're probably going to tumble. That one tends to grab the ground pretty good, and I like to use it off-road, whether it's with camping or hunting or fishing. I put my rods on the back of my bike and I ride it at the beach a lot. But that really wraps up the disadvantages. Okay, so this is the part that I really enjoy, talking about accessories, because if you've watched my videos, I have a lot of accessories on my bike. The first one you need is a cup holder. A cup holder is a big deal, at least for me, because when you're driving along, you want your drink, and it is a must. I put my phone in that pouch a lot. I put my my keys or my lock keys or the house key or whatever in that pouch, and it really is a very multi-dimensional thing that you use a lot. So the next one is a basket. I have a basket on the back of my bike. It's a big basket. That way I can carry things to and from the store. If I'm going fishing, I put my rods in there. I got little rod holders that I put on the basket. And I would definitely make sure you have a lock. I use a 2-lock system. I have a combo chain lock, which is a small one. It probably needs to be a bigger one. Invest in a good lock, the best one you can. I have a shackle lock, which I use a lot, but a lot of places you go, especially around here, are not set up for bikes. So a shackle lock doesn't fit around a lot of stuff. I would have preferred to have the best chain combo lock I could have afforded. I know a lot of people say combo locks aren't as secure, whatever, but I don't like to carry a key around, especially if you're at the beach. There's nowhere to put a key because, of course, you don't have many pockets because you're at the beach, or you'll lose your key. So a good shackle lock or a chain lock. I have 2 locks, one for the front tire and then the shackle to whatever post I'm putting it to. War game that out pretty good. And the last one, you gotta have some tunes. I have a JBL clip that I just clip on the handlebars. It gives me tunes to and from. It syncs to my phone, and people can hear me coming all the way down the road. So when I pull up the Greers, everybody knows Jack has arrived, and I can just take it off my bike, put it in my pocket. I don't have to worry about somebody stealing it when I lock it up to the pole or fence or wherever I lock it up to. But really, that's it, everybody. I really wanted to make this video because I have thoroughly enjoyed having an electric bike. I probably wouldn't have bought one if I wouldn't have been sent one, but now that I have used one, I've totally converted. I use it more than my regular bike. But it does have its time and place, and I hope technology gets better with these things as time goes on, because I think they could definitely be the answer to a lot of commuting, and I would love to see that, just because there's way too many cars out there, just in my opinion. And I like the idea of being able to just bike to and from and not have to pay for gas and maintenance and all that. I like being able to just kind of cruise around, come home, plug it into the wall, and it's good to go the next time I come around. But I would definitely make sure that you keep it out of the rain. Maybe if Electric sends me another one, I'll torture test it and see if it actually will survive if it gets wet. So if you're commuting in the rain a lot, that might be a disadvantage. Comment down below if you have any ideas or pluses or minuses about electric bikes. I enjoy mine. I've got about 140 miles on it. I've made a couple other videos about it. If you'll just check those out, maybe I'll link them down below, or playlist will be around here somewhere. So I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed it. See you later. Bye.